Hello and what's up guys, this is Krishim Negi and in today's video we are gonna see different types of operator present in Java programming language. Basically operators play a very important role in any of the programming language as it help you to build some logics, do some calculation, mathematical calculations and basically to make your program a successful one. So let's see about them and let's get started. First of all, let's create a new class by the same method we created before and let me name it as kn underscore 04. I guess it's 4. Yeah, it's 4th only. After this, before starting, let me tell you something about, let me create a main method and let me tell you something about operators. See, there are basically 3 types of operators that are present in Java. 3 type of operator on the basis of their function. Those are arithmetic operator, logical operator, and at the end it comes to rational operators. See, okay, rational operators. Now these are the basic form of operators which are present in Java programming language, and as the name suggests, you can get to know what the function they are doing. Okay, it is relational, sorry, not rational. My mistake, I wrote it relational operator. Okay, now arithmetic operator. Arithmetic means arithmetical calculation or something like that. Let me create the first program of the day using arithmetic operators. Now what does this arithmetic operator does is they used to do some arithmetical or mathematical calculation. For example, int a comma b. Now a is equals to 20, b is equals to now if you also get like this error or something like that, like you are not able to do this, then press insert button and it will be back to the cursor form. Okay, so after that what you have to do, b is equals to, let us give it 30, and now let's calculate their sum. Here this plus sign is the operator. Which operator it is? It is arithmetic operator. Now what are these a and b? This plus sign is operator, but what about a and b? This a is the variable, this b is also the variable. Okay, and these are known as operands. Now if I print them out, what answer I will get will be in integer form and will be the addition of both of the terms. Okay, so this is done by arithmetic operator, the mathematical calculation. So basically arithmetic operator are plus, minus, multiply, divide. See, you got the output as 50. Now which all are arithmetic operators? Let me write them here. They are plus, minus, multiply, divide, and one more is module. Now plus, minus and multiply are very simple. Let me do all of them. A minus b, not a minus b, it should be b minus a. Okay, int e is equals to a multiply by b. At the end, int f is equals to, it will be a divided by, not a, b divided by a. Okay, so these are, let me convert it into float. This is the implicit type conversion. Okay, now these are different type of operator which we used. Now if you want to see their output, so it will be very simple. Let me tell you of d. see the output is 10 and it is correct output. Now it's the time for E. E will be 0 to 0, 600. Okay, 600 is the output. Now at the end, let me tell you of F also. See, F will give you the output by dividing the sum. Okay, it will be obviously decimals, 1.0. Now why it came to be as like this? We convert this. Now let me try to run it. See, you got it, 1.5. You got the output. So okay, here we have to do explicit type conversion, not implicit, in order to get right output. Okay, that's why I told you about type conversion in the previous video. Go check it out if you don't know how to do it. Okay, so here you got output as 1.5. So this is when we divide 30 by 20. But if we wish to get the remainder, if we want that the remainder should be printed out, then what we can do, int g is equals to, what we can write is b, this percentage sign is known as modulus here. What it is known? Module. B percentage a. Now what output you should get is, you should get the output as remainder. Means after dividing, what will be remaining, that will be your output. Let us run it. See, 10 is remaining. When we divide 30 by 20, 10 is only the remainder. Now you can calculate it if you don't believe in me. So 10 is the remainder which we are getting. But if we are printing here, F also. Now F will give us 1.5. Why it will give? Because it is the output that comes after dividing. What happened? See here. Okay, you will be having some doubt here, no? Let's use a /n here. About this /n and all, I will tell you afterwards. See, you got the output 10. G is 10. G means B modulus A. Modulus means remainder is 10. After dividing 30 by 20, the remainder is 10. But after exact dividing 30 by 20, the output is 1.5, which is given by this module. And this percentage sign is going to give you the remainder. I think that this might be clear to you. Now let's move towards the another program of the day. Let me remove this /n, otherwise it will create confusion to many of you. And instead of this, let me put here underscore. Now also the output will be good enough. See, two different outputs you got. Okay, now it was all about arithmetic operators. Now this expression which is dealing with arithmetic operators, or the expression which is having arithmetic operators, is known as arithmetical expression. Okay, this might be also clear to you. It's very easy. Now let's go to the second topic, that is our very own, what is after this, logical. Let me tell you about logical. Now what does a logic replies to you? True or false? Means this operator will always going to give the output in true or false, in boolean variable. Okay, now let's see how it is going to give. Basically in logical operators, program number 2, using logical operators. Now which all are the logical operators? Smaller than, greater than, after that greater than equals to, smaller than equals to, after that your equals to, double equals to means is equal, and at the end your logical not logical not, it is not equals to. Okay, now let's see how to use them. Let me create a boolean b1 equals to, let me do it. A is greater than 30. Sorry, A is greater than B. So what should be the output? Let me give an output statement. So obviously it should be true. Okay. No, it's false. Sorry. Why it is false? Because A is not greater than B. A is smaller than B. So what does it answer? False. Now if I change the sign, if I make it smaller, then run it, then it comes to be true. So this is done by logical operators. Now let me change it. Is A smaller than or equals to B? Then also the output will be true only, because A is smaller than. Now if I change this to 20, now A is equals to 20. Therefore the output again will be true. Okay. See, again the output is true. Now let's change the operator. Now let's change the operator and let's make it greater than or equals to 50. Not 50, let us make it 10. Okay, let us make it B only. Now the output will be false. Why? Because A is not even greater and not even equals to B. So the output came to be false. Now let's use another that is equals to. Are they both equal? See, this equals to is assignment operator. Okay, let me write here somewhere. Note. Equals to is assignment operator. Okay, this equals to is assignment operator. Okay, but this double equals to, this is not the assignment operator, this is logical operator. Now what does this assignment operator do? This assignment operator help us to assign the value of something to a variable. Okay, here this B1, the value of B1 is A equals to B. What does this double equals to means? Are they both equal? Are they both equal? False. Obviously they are not equal. But if here I change it to 20, then it will be true because A is equals to 20. Hai na? See, here it come to be true. So this is how you can use these operators. Now if I'll use not equals to, let us see what's the output. So not equals to means A is not equals to 20. The output will be false because A is equals to 20 basically. But if we change it to B, A is not equals to B, we know. Therefore the output will be true. So this is the use of logical operators. Sorry, not logical, relational operator. These are relational operator. By mistake I told them logical. Okay, sorry for the mistake. It was my mistake. By mistake I did it. They were relational operator, not logical. Okay. So these all are relational operators, and equals to is an assignment operator. This you need to remember. Now logical operators is the very easy topic, and where this logical operator is used in if else it is used, and these are also used in if else only, but many times you need to build logic. For example, here, are they equal or not? For that also you need to build some logics. Now let's see about logical operators. And sorry for the error, I told you that they are logical but they were relational operator. Remember this. Okay, logical. So they are basically three only: and, logical and, logical not, and this exclamatory sign which is also referred as logical not, and this one is logical or. Which sign is this one? You will get it when you press shift and backward slash. That above one, this it is a straight line basically. See, this is slash, and if you press shift plus that slash only, this is straight line. Okay, so these are, now let's understand their working. Now they will also reply in true and false only. Okay, they will reply in true and false. The result of relational operator is also in true and false. Now how their output will be coming? What does logical AND tell us? Basically, logical AND tell us that if both the condition are true, means two condition are there, and if both the condition are true, then only the output should be true. How to use them? Let me tell you. Let me write here. Use of logical operators. Okay, now how to use them? Let's create again a boolean variable. Boolean b2 equals to. Now let us take this a and b only. Now obviously bracket we have to use. A is equals to 20. I'm sorry. A is equals to 20 and B is equals to 30. Now let's print them. Now here what will be the answer? The answer will be true. Why it will be true? Because A is equals to 20 and B is also equals to 20. Both the conditions are satisfying each other. Means both the conditions are the satisfactory features. They both satisfy what I have written there. Okay, so therefore the output will be true. See, let me make this also comment. Okay, now it will be more clear to you. The output is true. Now if I change single condition, see second one condition I have changed. Now what is output? Output will be false, because and means both should be true. And what does and means? Both should be true. Let me take now another operator. Okay, let me make it 30 only again. Let us make one more boolean. Boolean b3 equals to. Now we have to use logical OR. Okay, so here also we require two conditions. Okay, so what are these conditions? Let me make the first one condition as, let us take the above one example only, 20. B is equals to 30. And let me print it. Now let's see what's the output. Let me comment it out, otherwise you will be having confusion. See, the output is true, because see the output is true, both the conditions are true. Now let's change one condition. Okay, now let's see what's the output. Again the output is true. Why? Because one condition among them is true. Okay, if I'll make it 20, if I'll make it 30, 20 is equals to 30. No, this 20 is equals to 20. Yes, this we are doing. 30 is equals to 3. No, it is not. Never they will be equal. So this condition is true. Why it's true? Only one condition is true. Then also this OR will be true. Means OR. If it's true, nothing. It's false, nothing happen. Another should be true. Okay. This means OR. Option you are having that one should be true. Now if both are false, what will be the output? The output will be false, because at least one condition should be true. At least one. The output came to be false. Now it's time for the last one, that is logical NOT. See, the logical NOT operator is used when you want that condition is false and result should be true. See there, this is a bit confusion. Listen to me very carefully at this moment. Okay, let's create one more boolean. Now let me give you a condition. What was the sign for logical not, it was this one. Let me give you a condition. 1 is equals to 2. Before. Okay. Now according to you, what should be the output? Is 1 equals to 2? According to us, 1 is not equals to 2. It should be false. But when we are using this exclamatory 1, then it will show the result as true. To false statement, it will show true. To true statement, it will show false. Here let me write in comment. Logical not tells false as true and true as false. Means opposite is it is telling. It is simply telling the thing as opposite. Okay. So I think that this concept is clear in your mind. Now one more point or one more part of this operators is remaining, that is urinary operator, ternary operators and binary operators. Now let's understand them also. Okay. Unary operator means prefixes. Basically prefixes are used in unary operators. Now whenever you will be using, this is the fourth program, unary operators. Okay. Now here you are having one operator at a time, means one thing you are using. Okay. If you have done a bit coding before, if else you have used, so you might have seen this expressions, है you might have seen this expression, sorry, not underscore, this expression. So these are unary operators. These are used, or we are using only single operand here, single operand we are using. Okay. But how their output will come? A plus plus A means, what does A plus plus A will be meaning to you? Here A is 20. It will tell you to add 1 to the A. Before doing anything to the A, first we have to do the operation with the A, then we have to add 20. How it is? Let me run it. It is 21. Means we have done all the thing with A. Here we have added A with everything. Now after that we are adding 1 to it. The output will be this. This concept will be very clear in your mind when we start doing the loop. Now if I write here plus plus A. Now what to do here is, here first you have to show the output and then you have to do, okay, like this it will be not clear to you. This unary operators, I'll do this concept when we will start a loop, because there only increment and decrement will be very clear in your mind. So there only we can do this. Now as of now let's learn about binary operator. Binary operator, easiest concept. Binary operator means using of two operands. Copy this one, or let's copy this one only. Okay, copy. This is the example, simple examples. Okay, no need to declare them. Okay, this is a simplest example which you have to understand. Only two operands, two variables are used in one. This is the simplest examples. If I will do it like this, if I will do it plus C plus D, then also it will be binary only. But what is ternary operator? Now let's see what is ternary operator. Ternary operator, this concept will be also clear in your mind as we start the loop. If else, using if else by the operator is known as ternary operator. Okay, so this you will be not able to understand as of now, because we have not started loop, if else concept, then you will be very clear about them. Basically you need to remember that all the operations like this we are doing is consist or is coming under ternary operators. One very last point is accumulators and counters. What are the counters? Number of time you have called a variable is counted by a counter. What are accumulators? It is just, see, E is accumulator because it is storing the output of A into B. Okay, this concept will be also very clear in your mind as we start practicing the if else concepts or for loop concept. As of now, let's do some programs on this operator. Fourth program, calculate area using calculate area of for example, let's say circle, not circle, let's say it, keep it simple, rectangle. Okay, so let's take int s1 means side 1 is equals to 21, int s2 is equals to 22, system.out.println not this, we need just output s1 plus s2. We got the output as 43. So like this only you can do numerous calculation here. Okay, so tomorrow will be the next video where I'll show you how to make an area calculator using the operators and input which is given by the computer itself. Till that time, stay safe, stay secure, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button along with that bell icon. Follow me on social media platforms. Check the description for the links. You will get this short code in the description provided below. Bye.